Conversations that will bring you to the noon of things that are happening around the world, especially in Ghana in the Upper East region. For conversations that will draw the attention of duty bearers to their mandates and the expectation of the electorate and the citizens. You can get it not on any network but right here on A1 Radio's 101.1 megahertz, Daybreak Upper East. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Thank you so much for your commitment to listening to this network. And to our fellow followers on the social media handles, Facebook, on X, and also on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you so much for following us. If you're not aware, we are live on TikTok at A1 Radio TV. You can follow on there for some reels. We don't just end there. You can also follow us on Facebook. Leave your comments there, and we'll do well to read it out during our program. You can listen to us on Zeno Radio, Radio Garden, the TuneIn Radio, the Modern Ghana app, and the Ghana web app. Before I bring on my producer, who I am seated with here in studio for us to have the online review, Techno has introduced Common Slim, the latest addition to its this Common family. True to its name, it boasts of a sleek 6.39 mm golden hand feel with a double curved front and back for a comfortable grip. A standout feature is the moonlight around the rear camera, which adapts lightning effects to notifications, charging calls, and voice chats, giving the phone a personalized, expressive touch. Powered by Techno AI, it offers smart features including AI football, AI image to video generator, AI voice noise cancellation, AI assistant, AI art gallery, AI health and diet, and AI post generation. For photography, Flash Snap 2.0 and a Sony powered night camera ensures fast, clearer shots even in low light. And I've tried it and it works very well. It's equipped with 5,600 mAh dual battery and 60 watt fast charging plus IP68 and IP69 ratings for top tier dust and water resistance. These are available in varied vibrant colors at Techno stores nationwide. Techno, Common Slim, hold thin, mood on. And as a business, has your customers not paid yet, but your business still has bills to pay? Don't let unpaid invoices slow you and your business down. With Societe Generale, Ghana's factoring and invoice discounting solutions, you can get up to 80% of your invoice value upfront, while we follow up with your claims for payment on your behalf. That means better cash flow and less time chasing payments. Let's keep your business moving. Visit any SG Ghana branch or you call 030-2214-314 today. Visit any Societe Generale Bank branch or you call 030-2214-314 for more information. Societe Generale, the future is you. Well, I'm seated here in studio with my producer. A man who has so many uncles, Moses Abahapia. Moses, hello. Very good morning. Uncle. Yes, uncles.
I'm calling you uncle.
No, I beg you.
You know why you needed that?
I don't have gray hair. Uncles are for gray-haired people. I
Anyway,
hope you are doing well.
I'm doing great. How
Great.
are you
I'm
too?
doing so well.
You are talking about uncles. I have to
Yep.
definitely greet my uncle,
Mm.
Donatus Akamukre Atanga, aka the traditionalist. Yesterday we saw reports from the Jubilee House that
Yeah.
he was part of
The
the
Boku revitalization
committee, yes, the 5-member committee that the president inaugurated to see to it that Boku come back to life in terms of development. Over the years, the people of the Upper East, we've been calling that, yes, despite the confusions and disturbances, we need to build Boku, because growing up, we realized how Boku was vibrant in terms of trade. If you want to buy anything, you say, "Oh, let's get to Boku. You get it cheap there," and all, because it closeness with what do you call it?
The border.
The Lome and other stuff, Sankase and other stuff. So yesterday when I was reading the news, I said, "Wow, wonderful! And let's see how this will actually help." You know, Mahama promised, was it 10 billion or 1 billion?
1 million.
1 million. Is it million or billion?
Million.
Okay.
Boku revitalization.
Yes. So it's something that, and also as media, I think we have to put our eye and make sure that whatever is needed in Boku.
It's 1 billion.
It's 1 billion, yes. Whatever Ghana cedis.
Yes, Ghana cedis.
Yes. Whatever is needed in Boku, they should do it. We'll ask them, okay, this amount of whether it's coming in budgets or whatever. First, what are you going to do? What are the necessary things that you want to do? Second, and also we'll all monitor to make sure that, yes, the money is being used for the intended purpose. Because even the Soko, we realize that Boku Municipal was a beneficiary, or let's just say Boku area, the entire Kosa area was a beneficiary. But if you are going to areas, the places that they claim they put up these structures, you tend to wonder.
All right, let me just announce the composition of the committee. The committee, which was inaugurated yesterday by His Excellency the President of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama, is chaired by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kessel Atuforsen, and it includes the Boku Central Member of Parliament, Mahama Ayariga, who is now being moved to Ministry for Local Government. The Timpani Chief, Cletus Abugri, the Upper East Regional Minister, Donatus Akamukri Atanga, and the Member of Parliament for Garu constituency, Thomas Anaba.
Dr.
Thomas Anaba.
Yes.
So these are the composition, the men that make up the committee that is supposed to oversee how the fund is going to be used for rebuilding the infrastructure and to restore economic activity in Boku. And so the committee will have a mandate, and I think it wasn't captured, but the mandate we know is for them to see how these funds can be used judiciously for the revitalization of Boku. This follows the document, the mediation document that was handed over to the president by the Otumfuo-led team, which concluded its task. And I think on the day the president announced it. So it is right to have a committee determine how the funds should be used. You get it? They don't want to sit at the top and foment a decision that we think do this. In some time past, when some amount of money was promised to various constituencies, it was
is it $1 million
per constituency. Eventually, we were told that the funds were used in various areas of development, which really,
so the Balaka Central, they got their destiny.
All constituencies in the Upper East region got. So it's a debatable issue. But we wait to see, and I agree with Moses. as citizens, inhabitants of the place, we should be interested in how the fund is going to be used. I believe that this committee is an eminent committee, and they will do the needful to ensure that Boku bounces back. It's been a place I've yearned to visit. Yes, it's one of the locations I really want. But I've heard the great stories about how vibrant thriving businesses are in the place there. So it's good. It's good
It
news.
is, but I still have a challenge. Of course, it's good to form the committee. But when it comes to development, over the years, not only the Upper East region, but developing countries, Ghana to just hammer on. Development often being seen as we, the big guys, we are determining what you need. And I have a challenge. If you go to various assemblies, regions, and other stuff, that is how things are being operated. And it's always wrong. Wrong in the sense that at the end of the day, whatever they think is good for the people end up not being good for the people. So this particular special initiative that they want to do for the people of Upper East Region, for the people of Boku, I think they have to go back and use what I often call, or even in development communication, they call it participatory development approach. Let members, wherever community that they have identified, let the community to lead the chart in terms of development. What they think will help them rebuild their life. Because at the end of the day, it's about them rebuilding their life. It's not about you as a government, you as a political person saying that we have done this for them. But they identifying what they think can help them rebuild their life. And it should be an open space. An open space. Let the community to be the determinants of what is good. Sometimes they will call meeting. They will say, oh, we are having a meeting whereby we decide. And this kind of meetings, they as policymakers, they will just come and determine. Already they predetermine what they want to give to the people. So that they are just coming to let the people to pass through consultation by participatory or participation. They will just come and consult the people, and so far as the people are part of it, they say yes, they agree that this. That is why if you look at most of the projects that various assemblies are putting up, they are not being put to use because they came like Jack Chan or maybe Rambo, this thing to just establish the things without getting to understand what the community people really need. So, yes, we appreciate what they are about to do, but we will call on them to let the community members beneficially lead the chart in terms of what is actually development for them.
Right.
Now, I was trying to see if we can get one of the committee member to share with us.
Subsequently, when we get them, we'll put them online. But if you visit our website, a1radioonline.com, and if you also visit bulgarfmonline.com, there are some stories that are up, which we encourage our followers and our listeners to do well to visit our websites and then get themselves abreast with these stories. We have the Upper East fish farmers trained to produce black soldier fly larva to reduce feed cost. And also Bongo District Hospital falls short on infrastructure equipment. And this is the district chief executive. Residents demand completion of Namo Yaka school abandoned since 2016. Wow. And also abandoned teachers bungalows affecting teacher retention at Zoko Go Primary School. We engage with Chef Abiru. His story has been published. We also have schools alone cannot fix growing indiscipline among students. I think we're talking about it off air this morning. And so there are several other stories up on the website which you can help yourself read. Let me just go over quickly to Bulga FM online, and then bring you some stories that are also making headlines there. But let me remind our listeners that these are that is our sister station,
Yeah.
and so
When we say we
yes,
are going
when you are at Bulga, you are home.
Mm-hmm.
If you are here, you are also
Mm-hmm.
there. So yes.
That is true.
All right, so there's a story here. 6-month countdown begins as NRSA moves to bring Okada tricycle riders. I think there was a sensitization that was organized for them.
Yeah.
Right. Good. So, which of the stories do you intend us to look at?
This morning we're even talking about how parents sometimes we need to up our games in terms of parental guidance and all that. If maybe what the deputy minister of education is something to go by, we can look at that, or perhaps the fish farmers being trained to produce livers for their fish instead of relying heavily on the feed, which they say is very expensive. Actually, I know how to do this particular liver production.
The soldier, the black soldier fly lava.
What I often do is I farm this thing pigs, so I'll use the waste of pigs to I'll gather it at one particular point, cover it with this thing, any either leaves or any this thing, and within 3 days you go there, you get plenty of them. I often use that to feed my bears and other stuff.
That's fine.
Yes,
that's fine.
Yes.
Right. Let's go to the NSRA story, where there's been some training for the tricycle riders, Okada and tricycle riders. But in our case here, we don't have Okada riders. We have the tricycle riders.
Yes.
There are some new rules that have been. Hey, this is serious. But I think it's a very good thing, because when you see some of these people ride, you ask yourself, are they really qualified to even use whatever they are using? But now, here is a case that we don't have Okadas, but we have individual motor riders. How is this education on the new rules reaching the general public? It's a question that we just want to prove. If we can get in touch with the NSRA, we'll just ask them. Let me just say the National Road Safety Authority has begun a 6-month sensitization drive for commercial motorcycle and tricycle operators in the Upper East region, as authorities move to bring the rapidly growing sector under a new legal framework governing commercial motorcycle operation in Ghana. The initiative formed part of the road safety training workshop held at the conference hall of the Upper East Regional Coordinating Council in Bolgatanga, bringing together commercial tricycle and motorcycle operators alongside executives of their respective union. The operators were taken through the requirement of legislative instrument LI 2519, which provides a legal framework for commercial use of motorcycle in Ghana. It goes on to say the training focused on practical issues including responsible riding, passenger safety, valid driving license, timely license renewal, traffic regulations, registration and identification requirements, as well as a need for operators to avoid overloading. Wow, that would be a big fight.
Because that's where they get their
not just
extra cash.
Yes, and I've always asked this question. These tricycles, this can do the one we call yellow. How many passengers is it supposed to pick? Is it 3 passengers or 5 passengers? Because or 6. Sometimes you find a rider with 2 in front, 3 at the back, making 6.
And I think it is not approved.
So how do we stop it?
They are trying to cut.
Because one, we haven't stopped it, and it has now. We have this culture in this country where once you are not stopped for making a first move, then the others imitate it. Then eventually
Becomes a-
everyone copies it and it
Yeah.
becomes a standard.
Yeah.
When you now want to correct the
They
wrong,
say,
they now say that you are the bad one.
Yes, yes.
You know, I've always raised the concern around these growing markets around these are bus stops.
Yes, yes.
It starts with one person putting a table there.
By the time you realize
No
they are
one
now
says
building
anything.
containers and other
Now
stuff.
they are building, now the whole place is
Yes.
taking over.
Yes.
And now the vehicles no longer get the
No, they have
opportunity to park.
on the main road.
And because it becomes a mini market, other buyers come to park their motorbikes, their cars there. When a vehicle, a bus, comes to park for passengers to alight, then it becomes challenging for it. So the bus is forced to just park at the edge of the road,
Yeah.
which potentially can lead to an accident.
Yeah.
We allow the illegalities
to
become legal.
Yeah.
And when we now get up to clamp down on this illegality, we become the enemies of the people.
Yes,
and unfortunately, that is when the political bigwigs also
they
come
start
in.
making calls.
Because
They start making calls.
once the people are asked to forcefully leave, which is legal, then they don't want to keep quiet because it will go against them. Now it becomes this party
this party
this party did
is
this
doing
party
this.
did.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
That is how
this
we will
the-
not grow.
I was listening to a news item where in Koforidua the telcos wanted to plant a mast in the station to just boost network connectivity. These station men rose up in arms against it. And you know they are concerned. We are also part of government. We voted for this government. This must they are coming to put up. They understand it has radio activities which will affect their health, blah blah. And yes, the health hazard is there. There's nothing that doesn't have health hazard. Agreed. But what the concern I had with that was that they said we sponsored government.
Oh, okay.
And because we sponsored some form of the election, then we are not also going to allow it to happen. And that is what happens when we allow people to become too emboldened with the negative mindsets they have.
But now someone just said somewhere,
Yes.
having his personal intent, but because somehow he has influence, it could be financial influence, whatever influence, he now says to detect or determine what should happen at what time
Exactly.
in that particular area. Yeah, so we have a problem as a country. That's why sometimes I say
Because
that
this can do riders.
we
Three people in front.
we often compare our country to other Western states, and we tend to say that they are doing this and we are not doing that. There are basic things that we all should take into account. Talking about this tricycle, they know the maximum that they can pick is 3.
With the driver 4, the rider 4.
They know. And we all too, we know. So if we are faulting the rider, what about we, the passengers, sitting comfortably, having nothing to worry about?
I have had several instances. I stop a tricycle, and then when it stops, the rider is sit in front because the back is full. I'm like, no. Don't sit.
Imagine
the front is not it's for you alone, not for me to join.
Imagine we have, let's say, 100 people like you within the space where these riders are operating. When they come and the back is full, we say we are not sitting. It will compel them to change that kind of attitude.
But I don't even know if they insulted me while I was going
unconcerned as we all are, when you get there, even sometimes some people take 3 or let's say 2 in front, including the rider,
making it
3 in front, 3 at the back,
making 6 for a vehicle that is supposed to hang on. And the most dangerous aspect is when they hang on, their feet are shown outside.
Yes.
So if and we have a dual carriage lane, if a vehicle is approaching, like it's also on the rear side,
Mm.
and your knees or whatever is exposed,
mm.
and they ram into it,
Yeah, you are,
whose fault?
well, accident. And now they
And now
start
you
accusing
hold
a lot of
the other person responsible.
become statistics
When
to
you
government burden. Because at the end of the day, if maybe your leg or this thing, they will have to record you as statistics.
it's the same
And
way
government have
as
to now be taking care
as
of you.
riding with our helmets.
Yeah. Yeah. And we are all guilty to that effect.
There was an instance where a police rider with our helmet stopped someone.
Stop.
Someone to question him for not wearing a helmet. Like, and the question is, you are supposed to be my example. I was standing in traffic.
I know the law.
It
but I
was
will not do
red.
it. That is what we always say. Yeah.
I packed.
Oh, someone come and film.
Someone in his uniform,
Oh, no.
a police officer in his uniform, Vim.
Me too, I'll follow you.
And then the other guys from who had also packed, initially packed and waiting for green. One, he wasn't riding a helmet. There was no indication that there was an emergency. He just
yes.
went across,
If the
ran
law,
the red.
if the law is
The
breaking
other
the law,
gentleman-
what about me?
So the comment, the guy was like, "Oh, the police had crossed." Then he also sped
I
off.
was,
The others also sped off.
Yes. If the law is breaking the law,
The law is breaking the law. Then how about me, who is not the
so,
law?
you see, sometimes whatever ill is happening in society, I often don't want to blame the immediate those who are immediately being part of that. I want to blame we who are watching it and allow it to happen. Because we all know this thing that is happening is not right. But we allow it to happen. And when something happens, we now say, oh, but we knew that this thing will do this and that and that. But we allow it to happen. Why? A tricycle operator taking 6 passengers. We see that, yes, it's not right. But I don't know, for whatever, we allow it to happen. You go and sit down there and you pay. And say, oh, it's normal. Oh, I'm just rushing to go and do this. If you want to go to your place, wake up early enough and start preparing yourself. Me, sometimes if I'm going, of course, when it comes to helmet, I'm a guilty person. Guilty as charged. Yes, that one there. I know, and I'm working hard to correct that. Yeah, when you know your mistake and you are working hard to correct it, it's better. But some people, they don't just regard that as anything. And we have to begin. These are some of the little things that when we talk about development, we have to take into account.
Right.
Development is not just about the infrastructure. Every day I keep on preaching. It's about the little things that we need to, even as people, not government coming, not a big politician, not even a big organization coming to train us, but we ourselves, we are taking it into account. This morning, we're talking about as parents, how sometimes we just give our phones, our smartphones to our children and saying that they should collect this one and not disturb us. It's wrong. But we think we take the immediate gratification as the way. And in doing so, we are causing more harm to the person than good. But we take it as normal. Sometimes if you go to a friend's house and maybe the child is missing, so don't you have one of the tablets? Give it to her and concentrate on, so they'll be playing with it. We used to know of this board, how do they call it? That board that they will write 1, 2, 3, ABC. What is the name of
the
that
slate?
Is it still there?
These
These were the things that we know. They'll get you a chalks.
Yes.
They'll get a chalks and this thing. And you are practicing. You know, one thing about learning is that if you use your hand with the paper or whatever, even to write something, that thing sticks. Than if you are using a digital kind of thing. I don't know if you observe, if you are reading through a digital,
I take
a
notes
PDF.
better. I take notes better
Good.
when I'm writing.
If you are reading through a PDF, it doesn't stay.
No.
But if you are using the hard copy and you are reading, the thing sticks.
That's why we raise questions about these tablets that they gave to
You
our
get me?
students.
But people don't understand. And these are some of the little things that we need to start teaching. Even if you go to the people who introduce these smart things and other stuff, they are going back. They are even going back. They are saying that they are no longer going to allow tablets, laptops, and blah, blah. notebooks, handouts, and other stuff. But here, we openers, we say, no. We have to catch up. Ignorantly and vehemently, we are running like we don't care. And we are falling into a ditch. But well, what can we do? That is the society that we find ourselves, of course. But we can change at our local areas.
Let's go for the morning's batch of announcements. We'll be back to continue the conversation here. I'll just go quickly.